This is Larry Bonerato from LarryOnLearning.com, and this is your Morning Minute. Your reactions to team member turbulence. 3 conflicts, 3 decisions, and 3 outcomes. Today's Morning Minute breaks down how each situation was handled and the leadership principle behind each one. In the last Morning Minute, I shared 3 real-world examples of team member turbulence and asked how you would handle them. Mike and Andrew at a fast food restaurant, Caitlin and Melissa at a call center, and John and Matthew at an auto dealership. Today, as promised, I'll share how I handled each situation and why. My goal with these morning minutes has always been simple: to share real experiences that help you think more clearly, lead more confidently, and perform at a higher level. Before we look at how I handled each situation, one reminder: education without action is just entertainment. These examples aren't meant to be judged, they're meant to be applied. As you read, ask yourself one question: how would I handle this situation to reduce stress, improve performance, and develop future leaders? First, Mike and Andrew. They had a heated argument in front of customers and staff. I pulled them aside together. I made it clear that a repeat of this behavior would result in immediate termination for both. Then each spoke one at a time without interruption. When they finished, I asked this question: I could fire one of you or both of you. Which would you prefer? Neither wanted the other one fired, so they both agreed that they could work together. Because both were strong managers, I transferred one to another restaurant and kept the other one in place. The conflict ended immediately. The leadership lesson: address public conflict decisively, privately, and remove the environment that fuels it. Next is Caitlin and Melissa. Their constant arguments were dividing the call center team. I met with them together and made it clear this behavior will stop. Other agents were taking sides, and performance was suffering. Any future disagreements must have them privately. Then I met with each one individually. With Caitlin, the lead agent, I told her she had the potential to become a manager, but not if this behavior continued. With Melissa, I told her Caitlin would one day be the manager. I asked if she wanted to become a lead agent when that happened. She said yes. I explained that would only happen if she could support Caitlin now. 2 years later, Caitlin became the manager, and Melissa became her lead agent. The leadership lesson: people rise or stall based on how they handle relationships before authority arrives. Then there's John and Matthew. John was furious that Matthew had sold his customer and hid it from him. I met with them together. Each spoke without interruption. John shared that he'd had an appointment with a couple and that they had asked for him. Matthew claimed they never did. What neither of them knew was that I had already called the buyers. They confirmed that they had asked for John and bought from Matthew only because John was not available. This is a clear violation of our policy. I gave the full commission to John and issued a written reprimand to Matthew. A few hours later, Matthew resigned. My responsibility was clear: to protect trust and make it known that poaching clients would not be tolerated. The leadership lesson: what you tolerate becomes your culture. Now that you know how I handled each situation, I'd love to hear from you. What did you agree with? What would you have done differently? And what principle stood out the most to you? And remember, information without transformation is wasted energy. And this is Larry on Learning, and this is your Morning Minute.